Hey America, it's me, Joe Biden. Yes, I am. I'm here to give you another quick State of the Union address. This time we're going to talk about the website, one of my favorite websites, C Plus Comedy. Ooh, boy, do I love it. That host is one handsome son of a gun. He got his no malarkey over there. He's always spewing the true facts that are in the entertainment business industry. Now, I'm also here to tell you that, please, my dogs are very important to me. To stop talking about them. They poop, they bite people. So what? I've seen dogs do worse. Also, I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody for getting the vaccine and taking the time. You know, we're doing a great job. We're ahead of schedule, and all adults, at least half adults, will be vaccinated by this weekend. You're the best. Hey, Jill, I love you. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the Q1 cable news you didn't know about. It's been a little over 70 days since Joe Biden took office as the 46th president of these United States. Yeah, we had a couple of shootings, a riot that definitely centered around race. A bunch more people died from that coronavirus. What I'm trying to say is, while things may look bad, they are getting better. One of the better aspects of not having who I alone refer to as the orange buffoon in office is we don't have to stay peeled to cable news. I know it's the lowest common denominator of news, but take it in piecemeal, it can be useful. Whether you watch MSNBC, CNN, or CNBC, you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that breaking news chyrons are now reserved for serious news and not Twitter posts. Unless you're Fox News, then everything anyone who doesn't agree with you says is considered breaking news because you're stupid and racist. This scene from Anchorman 2 sums up cable news in a nutshell.
Why can't we just tell them what they want to hear?
Wait. Say that again?
I said, why do we have to tell the people what they need to hear? Why can't we just tell them what they want to hear?
And what do they want to hear, Ron?
That we live in the greatest country God ever created.
Damn straight! Made him happy.
And we should do stories on patriots. Cute, funny little animals, huh? Diets. Why blondes have more fun.
And serious investigative pieces about how much ejaculate is on hotel duvets.
And only the best sports highlights. Home runs, slam dunks, touchdowns, and no soccer.
I like the wind.
Cable news holds a special place in television as it's the only place a viewer can get up to the minute details on whatever is going down at the moment. Did a bunch of racists storm the Capitol? Here's live coverage, correspondence, and the like. Is the CDC updating guidelines on how to take on the pandemic? Here's what you need to know. The only deterrent that comes with it is all the crap in between. There's no way to escape it. It's the Brussels sprouts in the vegetable medley you ordered, and there's too many to pick out, so you just have to hold your breath and suck them down. I realize you can avoid the Brussels sprouts, but the medley was $15 at a restaurant in Midtown, so... Today, cable news shows are one of the more consistent ratings for their respective networks. Now that Biden's in office, those numbers were feared to drop, but it seems as though viewers have doubled down on their allegiances. All three networks have seen major gains in terms of viewership, even if the numbers aren't exactly what execs would call hot. They reserve that moniker for their subordinates. The entire first quarter saw lifts for the three major outlets, with Fox taking the whole cake in prime time. A lead, mind you, that was extended at the start of the second quarter with the launch of right-wing late-night comedy show Gutfeld, who I'm sure has classic comedic takes on cancel culture and why black lives don't matter. A show like this is perfect for Fox News because that network is all one big circle jerk. Here they are describing their genital sizes. Then here they are finishing. Look them in the eyes, kids. For those not in the know, the primetime segment is where it's at for the cable networks because that's where the bulk of the viewers are. As you can see, numbers for a full day's viewer count lack, viewers. It isn't until you get to the shows airing after 8 p.m. that numbers get juicy. Believe it or not, Fox News has always been the most watched cable news network. Racists are loyal and dedicated in their racist craft. Now, just a week prior, CNN had one of its worst days, maybe ever. The Warner News Network, who, again, won't hire me for God knows why. I'm a good worker, sweetie. Please, please hire me. Pulled in a little over 1 million viewers during the week of March 15th. That's a drop of well over 50% compared to the previous year's day in primetime numbers. Still, 2 months before, they won January. So, do these numbers really mean anything? One more story about said numbers. Biden's first presidential primetime address, which was broadcast everywhere, by the way, except for where the racist things are, their only response to the address was to demand Biden give thanks to his predecessor for the vaccines. That address brought in 31 million viewers. That's not including how many watched online. Now, in comparison, Trump's first primetime address pulled in 40 million. Most likely because everyone thought he was going to fuck it up somehow, and instead, he fucked up the country. Where do cable news networks go from here? How can they evolve from the literal circus that was the last 4 years into true bastions of news delivery? You know as much as I do that the only reason to watch a news network consistently is the correspondence. Joshua Johnson left 1A to host a weekend show on MSNBC. I watched some clips online and caught a few minutes of the show here and there when I remembered. Melissa Lee does a good job anchoring Fast Money. Andrew Ross Sorkin, Mina Kimes, Anderson Cooper, Abby Phillip, Rachel Maddow. The list could go on, but then stop eventually. The goal now is retention. The previous administration's ex-communications prime crab spewer, Kayleigh McEnany, took a job with Fox News, and I'm sure she brought in the following. At the same time, Brooke Baldwin left CNN due to a pay disparity with male colleagues. The Times Warner News Network, which, again, I am free to do whatever you guys need me to. I'll even do daytime, was restructuring its midday schedule, leaving Baldwin less to do, work to do. Her only choice was to move on. And with that in mind, a daytime name is now missing from the schedule. CNN has the personalities to replace her, but is it in their best interest? Viewers have to get used to seeing this new face and name and a show at a time when they're accustomed to someone they know. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but imagine ordering tacos and getting a burger instead. Yeah, burgers are good, but you're in the mood for tacos. Also, Tex-Mex isn't Mexican. The Mexican food will always be an afterthought to the chicken fingers. Cable news is an abhorrent beast, necessary too. Up-to-the-minute news is a blessing and a curse mixed with a monkey paw out for vengeance. It has its usefulness and obviously viewers, but we need to separate ourselves from it sometimes. Maybe it's a good thing only 1 million or 2 people are watching. Wow, only 1 million. I wish I had those numbers. Hey, we can get those numbers, starting with the 2 people I'm watching now by subscribing and check out one of our other videos. Of course, you can head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where I promise you, Joe Biden has seen it before. You can head to the website, cpluscomedy.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chad Black White. Like us on Facebook. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. And, you know, as long as I've been doing this, you would think that I would not mess up the ending, but here I am doing so.